are halting and the other different. I believe that women will have products to manage their periods in a way that they relate. That's I probably would say that would have a more just people.
I have a bit of frustration besides like watching people not being able to solve their health problems because they don't know what's happening outside of them.
People look like people who don't share experiences and online the same gender and how people isolate so we don't know. No, we are not that factor, but I understand those people and making those voices heard.
This problem is not just my own problem, this problem is worldwide. So I can help people with this solution.
So I am focusing on making this warming wearable product because I'm someone who's cold. And I'm cold for a reason that's really easy to be passionate about. I had a preventative mastectomy and reconstruction because of my hereditary risk. And when I learned that this was a really common problem for women in the breast cancer community, I felt like it was my calling to solve it.
I'd say I was really inspired by mixing aviation with some sort of social good. So I have a background as an aerospace engineer and pilot, and I've always wanted to be able to use aircraft to empower people, and I think transplant was a perfect use case for that.
Techstars impacted my journey as an entrepreneur in many ways, but basically it gave me a lot of direction and a clear vision on what we're really building.
This is a group of creative problem solvers who think on their feet and are willing to adapt with whatever circumstances come their way, with a smile on their face and holding the hands of each other to make sure none of us feel alone through this process.
So entrepreneurship is lonely, and as you're trying to figure out and bring something from an idea to reality, you're going to have a lot of struggles, and you want to have the right people in your corner.
Being an entrepreneur is very tough, and being surrounded by people who are experiencing your same products, has the same passion, helps you navigate difficulties in a timely manner in a better way, and having access to other people similar to me but with different background, different experience, put together a compound effect will let you reach possibilities outside your boundaries.
I've become stronger as an entrepreneur after being in the Techstars program. I had the chance to see my fellow founders working and hustling and solving these really challenging problems day by day. And that just made me really inspired.
The Techstars program is powerful because power can be really overwhelming, and this program was overwhelming at times, but it moved us forward in ways I could not have imagined.
For me, the most grateful thing is believing in me.
I could not be more grateful for the people who have come into my life through this accelerator program. I knew it was going to be hard. I was expecting it to kill me a little bit, but I'll be completely honest and say it's brought me back to life.
In just 3 months, Techstars has really pushed me beyond my boundaries.
As we move forward past demo day, the thing that I'm most grateful for is having had a chance to really explore and really find our grand vision.
My time in Fort Worth has been lovely. I mean, it's a really welcoming, kind, generous city of people who are just ready to celebrate what we're building, celebrate our progress, celebrate our presence here. I'm from the South, so I thought I understood Southern hospitality, but then I came to Fort Worth and it took on a whole new definition for me.
The Techstars program has made me a better leader.
The biggest thing that Techstars has given me, helped me shape as a leader, was how to experience failure. The team at Techstars has really lived up to the give first mentality across the board. They really poured themselves into my company and helping my vision come to life.
I think the major takeaway from Techstars, besides that I feel poised for success in my business, is the incredible people that I've met.
As you know, being an entrepreneur is not easy. But being Techstars gave me the ability of understanding that what I'm doing is what I'm supposed to do.
The Techstars app become a better leader and a better entrepreneur because it helped me go back to basics. It helped me be humble and see that there's always something new to learn. And that made me be just more down to earth and to focus on what really matters.
This has given me renewed purpose, renewed excitement and joy in my work.
I'm not excited to leave the program, but I'm excited because of the people that I met here.
The Techstars program is powerful because it moves us forward in ways I could not have imagined.
If I had to describe the Techstars program in one word, it would be perseverance.
Connections.
Motivating,
Family, intensive,
impactful, transformational, catalytic, powerful.
Fine. With everyone in this class.
And how passionate they are, I know they're going to change the world. Previously on Third Channel. Where am I? Shh. You're in the hospital. Hospital? Why am I in the hospital? There have been some complications. Complications? What do you mean? Dr. Bowles, do you care to explain? What did you have to do? Oh, no, I wear these all the time. Oh, okay. But we don't have the technologies to save your life. Save my life? What do you mean, save my life?
But Dr. Bowles, there are so many innovative technologies on the horizon.
You're right. There are. Dr. McCush, brilliantly. ComeBack Mobility, Lubu technology, Maya AI, Pulse Charter Connect, Somos, Vessel Prosthetics, and Greens by Explosion Technology, and Hera Fertility. Where are my pants? Where are my gloves? These are questions you don't ask a doctor. We need to find these technologies. We need to find these innovators.
But doctor, what about us?
We don't have time for us. Where are we gonna find these innovators? I don't even know why I'm here. I was just here delivering flowers to my mom.
Live from Fort Worth, Texas.
Welcome to Demo Day, y'all!
Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the Techstars Physical Health Fort Worth 2023 Demo Day. My name is Jordan Mornament, and I am the proud program manager for the Techstars Fort Worth team. Tonight, we are so lucky to have so many Fort Worth stars in the house, including Fort Worth's very own mayor, Maddie Parker, and UNT HSC's president, Dr. Sylvia Trent Adams. But tonight is about a different group of stars. I like to call them rock stars. The 10 physical healthcare companies you're about to hear from tonight are groundbreaking healthcare innovators who are building companies that will truly blow your mind and change the way that healthcare is provided today. So get ready. At Techstars, we strive to live by 9 core values. And one of those values that has proven to be extremely important to my team and to this specific program is the give first value. Giving first without the expectation of receiving anything in return. The individual I'm about to welcome to the stage tonight truly exemplifies this value every day. He shows up with a smile on his face and an open heart and mind to help entrepreneurs build and grow their companies and succeed. While we all know about the success he has had building entrepreneurial ecosystems in other cities, I am so glad he finally made his way to Fort Worth and I am proud to stand by his side every single day to continue the growth and innovation in this great city of Fort Worth, Texas. It is my true honor to welcome to the stage our Managing Director, Trey Bowles.
Thank you.
He does know.
Good evening. My name is Trey Bowles, and I am Managing Director of Techstars Physical Health Fort Worth, or for tonight, Dr. Bowles. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. This is our second demo day here in Fort Worth. We have had an amazing, amazing time. So just to give you a little bit of a reminder, I'm going to remind all of you what Techstars does. At Techstars, we're a global investment firm. We invest all over the world. In fact, we're the most active pre-seed investor on the planet. We have a lot of products that we release, but the main one we focus on, and one of the ones I work at, is called an accelerator. It's a 13-week program where we bring in companies from all over the world. We help by connecting them to mentors, to investors. We help them with their business model. And yes, we even help teach them how to pitch. You're going to be fascinated by what you can see later tonight. This particular group is extremely interesting. We looked at 4,000 companies all over the world, and we narrowed it down to the 10 companies that you're going to see featured here tonight. So get ready for an exciting, exciting evening. We are constantly enjoying and learning more and more about how amazing it is to be an entrepreneur in Fort Worth, Texas. It is amazing the resources that already exist here, the ones that are growing, the new ones that are coming along. There's no better place in the world to be an entrepreneur than in Fort Worth. And so we are really honored and humbled to get to be a part of the community, to get to office at Create Fort Worth over in the South Side. We are really looking forward to what is going to happen for these entrepreneurs and what we're going to move forward with. So thank you guys all for being here in the heart of the holiday season. Now, a little bit about ground rules for tonight. We talked about this before, and we'll talk about it every time. This is not a state of the city. This is an entrepreneurial event. So you can get up, you can scream, you can yell, you can whistle. Don't boo. But get excited, be a little bit irreverent, and enjoy what's happening tonight. One of the things I always like to remind people is that getting on stage is very difficult for some people. And in fact, for some people, it is as scary, if not scarier, than death. So what we like to do at any event we have is anytime anybody comes to the stage, we're all going to stand up and give them a rousing round of applause, a standing ovation, hoot and holler. Didn't really do that for me. That's okay. We can do it for the next group. But we're going to do that all night because we want every person to come to stage to feel welcome. We want them to feel welcome to be in Fort Worth. Please enjoy yourself. Enjoy these companies. I can't wait to show you what happens. Now I'm excited to get to introduce to the stage a man that really doesn't need an introduction, but somebody who has given so much to the city of Fort Worth as a leader, as an investor, as a real estate leader. I don't know if you guys know, but the new Crescent Hotel is opened recently and is available for you to come in and check out. We drove by their bar today. It's incredible. That's just one of the many things that he does, but he's also a partner in our accelerator program here. And so I'm appreciative that he would spend the time to come be with us tonight. And I'm excited to welcome to the stage, John Goff.
Thank you, Dr. Bowles. Well, thank you for having me. I love this energy and enthusiasm. I feel like I'm back 30 again with a lot of ideas and no money. Very quick history. I arrived in Fort Worth. I didn't grow up here, but I arrived in 1981. Fairly recently out of college. I had a lot of ideas, no money. I was driving a U-Haul. I moved here, and fast forward to the early 90s, I scribbled out my ideas on a yellow pad, and ultimately that turned into a company. I had never run a company, had no idea what I was doing. I was learning on the fly. Ultimately took that public in May of 94 and sold it. Fast forward to 2007. For $6.5 billion. It was a public company. I didn't get all that, but I certainly did better than I ever thought I would in my life. And most importantly, I got to see this idea manifest itself into a real business with a lot of energy, some incredible talent that I was able to attract. And it was just wonderful to see that talent prosper and to see those families prosper and to see the community prosper. So the whole process of starting and growing a business is something I'm incredibly passionate about, and I've been a beneficiary of that process. A lot of stops and starts along the way, a lot of mistakes, probably more mistakes than good decisions, but ultimately it worked. And since then, I have a family office that I started, and we invest in a lot of different things. We tend to be contrarian investors, and we tend to not make a lot of investments. We make few for us, very concentrated investments. Part of our portfolio is venture capital, and we have a team that focuses on that. And fast forward to the middle of COVID, I got a call from then Mayor Price of Fort Worth, and she said, look, we need help. Fort Worth needs help getting through COVID, and we need to figure out stronger economically. So she asked if I would co-chair what was called Fort Worth Now, this organization, to do that. I naively said yes. And I have to say, at that moment in time, that was perhaps the scariest environment I'd ever been through as a business person, as an investor. It was really frightening because there was no clear path to how we were going to get through it. We'd never encountered anything like this, or I hadn't in my lifetime. But I naively said yes, and as part of that, being co-chair of Fort Worth Now, I enlisted the help of a lot of talented people in the city, and I also did a very quick study with some help from some really smart people around the globe, and took a very critical look at Fort Worth. And there were two very important things we lacked. We lacked a Tier 1 research university. We were the largest city in the nation without one. And number two is we were way behind from an entrepreneurial standpoint. Venture capital investment was not that prevalent here. There was some, but not a lot. And we just weren't attracting the young talent needed to start new businesses. So we tackled that in two ways. We attracted A&M, which already had the law school downtown, to build a much bigger campus, and that's now underway. It's going to be a game changer for this city. It's going to bring a lot of engineering and expertise into the city, and it's going to interface with a lot of companies, and it will no doubt interface with the business of startups and venture capital. And then the second thing, and in dealing with UNT and Dr. Michael Williams and Cameron Cushman, is we had to figure out a way to really kickstart this whole venture capital side of the business. And we focused on accelerators. We looked at a lot of different options. We chose Techstars, and fortunately UNT was willing to put not only the idea up, but capital up. I matched that capital from my family office, and we're very blessed to have an incredible city and county government here that also put up capital. And voila, here we are in our second year of Techstars. With the great leadership, Trey, you've done an incredible job, and so excited to be a partner in this. I'm excited to see all these businesses represented here. I wish you the very best, and I can't tell you how wonderful this is for the city, and I hope you're finding Fort Worth to be a welcoming place to not only start a business, but also energize and ultimately find funding. And this is what it's all about. I'm still, even though I'm 68, I'm passionate as heck about starting businesses, and we're involved in a number of those through our family office, and it's something that drives me. I don't go to the golf course much. I don't do a lot of things I probably should do at this age. I still like and love that whole concept of starting businesses. So thank you very much for having me. I appreciate all the, also all the volunteer work that's represented in the audience. This is what makes the city great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please welcome to the stage UNT HSC's president, Dr. Sylvia Trent Adams.
Good evening. Okay, this is HSC. We can do a lot better than that. Good evening. Wow, we are awake. We're awake. So welcome to the UNT Health Science Center here at Fort Worth. We're so excited to have you here tonight. This is truly one of the most exciting nights of the year, Demo Day. And so, you know, we're thrilled to have you here. We hope that you will enjoy your time here tonight and really learn more about what these founders have done. They're truly phenomenal. The Techstars Physical Health Fort Worth Accelerator launched in 2022, and it is the world's first physical health accelerator supporting funding for early stage startups, building new technologies, treatments, and innovations. And it's all in the health space. HSC chose to get involved with Techstars because innovation really is our backbone. From our whole health program to our new Master's in Nursing Practice Innovation in our College of Nursing, to the College of Pharmacy's new Flex PharmD program. These are all ways that the Health Science Center is innovating and modernizing the health workforce training programs. So let me just tell you a little bit about my experience with Techstars. So last year, I heard about this thing called Demo Day, and I heard about the Pitch Day, and I'm like, what are we doing here, right? So Trey and Cameron and Brian have been really talking this thing up, and wow, I was blown away. And then you get to do it again this year. Let me just say this. Some of the brightest minds that I have ever met have been through these demo days and through the pitch days. So my hat's off to every last one of these founders. You are brilliant and you are changing the world, and you're going to create a better tomorrow for those who are coming behind you. So thank you for being here, and thank you for joining the Techstars program. So Steve Jobs said, I will give you a standing ovation too. Steve Jobs once said, great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. And on behalf of HSC, I want to take this opportunity to thank a great team of people here in the city of Fort Worth. So the city of Fort Worth, Tarrant County, Gulf Capital Partners for their investment, partnership, and support. It takes a village, and Techstars have wrapped around our founders to provide that village for their success. I look forward to hearing everything that they have to say tonight. Thank you. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, I'm Ben Banaszak, a biomedical engineer with a master's in prosthetics and orthotics. I'm currently a prosthetic clinician at a renowned facility in New York. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Sydney Robinson, CEO and co-founder of Vessel, a pioneering company in the prosthetic field. What sets Sydney and her team apart is her unwavering commitment to changing lives. I've rarely encountered a team that I've been more enthusiastic to collaborate with than Sydney and her team at Vessel. Under Sydney's leadership, Vessel has made remarkable strides in advancing prosthetic technology and consistently pushing the boundaries of innovation. Please welcome Sydney Robinson.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, I'm Sydney, the CEO of Vessel. Did you know a leg is amputated every 30 seconds worldwide, and that all amputees experience a painful misfit between their leg and their prosthetic leg? Thankfully, Vessel has a unique solution. We've all worn poor-fitting shoes, but poor-fitting sockets are even more dangerous because blisters can lead to infection, hospitalization, and another amputation. This happens because amputees' legs shrink and swell throughout the day and in the long term. This is so frustrating and so painful that 11% of amputees permanently stop using their prosthesis. This means current solutions are so bad, people would rather never walk again than wear their prosthetic. Thankfully, we designed the isoform socket, the only socket that automatically adjusts as amputees' legs shrink and swell. Our proprietary technology, which we call isoform, dynamically adjusts the size of the prosthesis with each step, without relying on flimsy sensors, heavy batteries, or expensive motors. With isoform, amputees avoid the pressure extremes that often lead to blisters, so they can walk around all day comfortably. Fewer clinic visits for poor socket fit saves prosthetic clinicians time and money. The global prosthetics market is expected to double in the next decade, being driven by an increase in diabetes, the leading cause of leg amputation. We are focused on the United States first, where there are 185,000 new amputations every year. Our serviceable obtainable market is $750 million when accounting for amputees' eligibility for their first prosthesis and the frequency with which they get a new one. Isoform's automatic passive volume adjustments outperform 3 competitor categories. Manually adjustable sockets rely on constant manual operation, making them largely inaccessible. Traditional sockets don't adjust at all, and bionic sockets remain too costly and bulky to even be on the market. Isoform improves amputees' comfort and therefore wear time, but our patent also unlocks an additional reimbursement code, increasing prosthetist revenue. Since incorporating, we've confirmed our status as an FDA Class 1 medical device, began engaging with the 5 Veterans Affairs healthcare centers on product validation, and filed our first patent. Our team of engineers, prosthetists, serial entrepreneurs, and product developers bring decades of experience and intense prosthetics passion to Vessel. Our next fundraise will be used to conduct clinical case studies with collaborators we secured at Techstars and to launch our product in the United States, with key collaborators in the Veterans Affairs and local Texan clinics. This fundraise will unlock 18 months of exciting new milestones, including revenue generation. Vessel is the only company solving poor socket fit with a revolutionary solution. Join us in helping all amputees get reliably back on their feet. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Green, and this is Charlie. I was fortunate enough to meet this next founder through a mutual friend. Struggling to conceive. His entrepreneurial spirit, perseverance, and consummate empathy are what make this founder so special and the right person to tackle this growing challenge. The Hera Fertility team helped me through what was a challenging and confusing journey. Their passion and expertise were evident from every interaction I had with them. So I'm incredibly privileged and excited to introduce Thiv Paramsodhi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Thiv Paramsodhi, co-founder and CEO of Hera Fertility. And I'm sick and tired of seeing my friends and family struggle to have a child of their own. They're not alone. 9 million Americans, 9 million, each year go through the same pain. What's even more frustrating is that most of them think that their only option is in vitro fertilization, IVF. Well, the problem here is that only 3% of infertility cases actually require this invasive, expensive, and inconvenient experience. And that's why at Hera, we're focused on the 97%. Hera is a telemedicine provider that focuses on and starts with the less invasive, less expensive, and quicker alternative for those struggling. Now, I'm gonna talk about a patient or a couple that came to us recently. And so their names are David and Sarah. They started with us by using our at-home fertility testing, after which they met one of our excellent fertility clinicians who first educated them about how this journey may look and also shared their options. From there, the clinician was able to provide them affordable treatments. And then, if necessary, we could have sent them to any of the, to get any in-person services from the hundreds of clinics that are part of our network, and we even help with financing. But for me, most importantly, it's about the concierge care where we're able to hold their hand through the entire journey. Now, we're laser focused on the $16 billion US market that's growing 10% annually. But our beachhead are 3 states, Texas, Kansas, and Colorado, that has the highest demand for infertility services and is a $670 million market opportunity in itself. To start, we're using a direct-to-consumer acquisition strategy where we're targeting the patient earlier in the journey, before IVF. And we're doing this by, one, partnering with niche support groups and using paid ads targeting patients in underserved areas. Now, we are generating revenue already, and we expect to hit 10 million in annual run rate by 2026. Now, there are competitors. These are other startups, but really they provide a fragmented solution. What's special about Hera is that we provide a comprehensive and end-to-end solution that follows the future parent through the entire fertility journey. Now, don't take my word for it. Customers are already raving about how we've helped them and how they couldn't have gone through this journey without our support and solution. Now, we've recruited a strong team of employees and advisors that have years of experience. I myself have been working in healthcare and startups for over a decade and have a successful exit. My co-founder, April, is a leader in fertility care, has been working in it for over 20 years, previously running a fertility clinic. Now, we are raising a pre-seed, and we're using the funds to ramp up our direct-to-consumer initiatives, really strengthen our product on the medication and at-home testing side, and partner with more strategically aligned clinics and health systems. Now, here's Vanessa. You might remember her. She actually has Hera's first success story. Charlotte. Now, I want to say, if you know anyone that is struggling with infertility, please reach out to us. We want to help. And please join us as we make fertility care more accessible, more affordable, and successful. Thank you.
What's up, Fort Worth? Good to be in one of my favorite places. So I'm Scott Parsonen. I'm a very proud mentor here at Techstars for the second time. And I have a really great short story to share with you of why I'm here tonight. So in the start of this cohort this year in Mentor Madness, the very first founders that I met when I walked into the room, I was stunned to meet Keelan and Isis Swain. And we knew, I think at that moment, that we would be bonded together in a strange way, forever. You see, most of my friends in this room that know me pretty well know that we lost one of our adult kids to type 1 diabetes in 2020. And so my goal here tonight is not to suck the air out of the room and leave you with bad news. It's to tell you the great news of Greens Health. These founders have found a solution to a really difficult problem for patients with type 1 diabetes, and other chronic illnesses. It provides them with a community, with resources, and with access to other people like themselves to be able to deal with what they're dealing with, especially in juvenile chronic illnesses. So it's really, really important what they're doing. They are going to change the world. This is not a solution that is just for some people. This is a solution that is for all people. And so without further ado, I would like to introduce the co-founder and COO of Greens Health, the amazing Isa Swain.
All right. Let's get to the business. Let's get to the money. Let's get to the greens. All right. Hello, my name is Isis Ashford Swain, and I am the co-founder and COO of Greens Health. And I want to introduce to you Layla and Alicia. Layla is 13 years old with dreams of becoming a doctor who just got into the 8th grade. She's being reared by her single mother, Alicia, who works 2 jobs just to make sure she can put food on the table. The only thing that's stopping Layla from achieving that dream of becoming a doctor is her constant readmittance for diabetic ketoacidosis. This is when the patient no longer has active insulin in their body and is a consequence of being diagnosed with type 1 or type 2 diabetes. And unfortunately, Layla and Alicia are not the only ones that feel this emotional burden. There are 244,000 other cases that happen every year, costing health plans $30,000 per admission, making this a $6 billion problem. What is obvious is that patients aren't taking their insulin. What is not obvious is the invisible barriers that patients face on a daily basis, also known as social determinants of health. In Alicia's example, it's lack of transportation to take her daughter to the doctor's visit, to get that refill of prescription, lack of transportation to pick up that insulin from the pharmacy, lack of housing to refrigerate and store that insulin. And the current standard is that there is 1 community health worker serving 500 patients, which is not a scalable opportunity. But this is where Greens Health comes into play. We integrate with the user's continuous glucose monitor, and then we send Layla a SMS text identifying what social needs she needs. Is it social support? Is it transportation? Is it housing? And then we enroll not only Layla, but Alicia and the rest of the family into a family-based diabetes intervention program. And to reinforce those positive behaviors, we have an anonymous social complement system. And unlike physicians that only have 15 minutes to treat and diagnose, we live right in Layla's pocket so she can go back to being that 13-year-old girl with dreams of becoming a doctor. And we know that this works because we have doubled the medication adherence. Thank you. Where the current standard is 30%, we have been able to achieve 76% with our protocol. And it's no surprise, 84% of our population participated in our social engagement. In the market, in our competition, unlike our competitors that either do social needs or diabetes management, we provide a full comprehensive solution to provide the best care to our population and improve glycemic control. And the market opportunity is huge. We're starting in the child diabetes market with the opportunity to grow into the $62 billion adult diabetes market. And our business model is simple. It's $50 per patient per month. And it's way cheaper than that $30,000 admission that health payers have to pay, or that $10,000 penalty that hospitals have to pay for that readmission. And the traction we've been able to receive is phenomenal. Our technology is scientifically vetted by the National Science Foundation, where we were able to execute on 2 pilot programs. We have 3 letters of support from 3 different health plans, and we have raised a total of $800,000 in both dilutive and non-dilutive funding. And I have an incredible team to execute on this vision. I'm accompanied by my badass co-founder, Keelan Slade, and husband, who has previous experience from NASA and Intel, who's been able to lead 3 government grants and contracts. I also have an incredible advisory team that has over 30 years of healthcare experience. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this problem is that my father was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes during the pandemic. It was one of the scariest times in my family's life. One conversation that stuck out to me was with his nutritionist, who told my 65-year-old Black father from a small town in Mississippi he should stop eating meat and he should start eating kale. He looked at me and my mom like, what the F is kale? And from there, we realized 2 things. 1, there was a lack of empathy in the healthcare system. And 2, we made it our mission to interject cultural competency into every engagement, making it green. So if this mission resonates with you, our ask is for introductions to providers at federally qualified health centers or quality improvement managers at health plans. And again, my name is Isis Ashford, and it's been an honor to be with you today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that warm welcome. I'm a 2nd-year Techstars mentor, proud Horned Frog, and 9-time startup veteran. So I'm proud to be a part of this, proud to help these companies come out here and do what they're doing today. It's pretty inspiring. So this next founder, I was super excited to get to know him over the course of this last 3 months. The guy is absolutely amazing. There's one thing that stands out, it's dedication and commitment to excellence. He is a passionate and ambitious entrepreneur. He comes from a long line of entrepreneurs. His family back at home has a very, very successful business there, and no doubt is constantly innovating and pushing the boundaries of what is possible, and he has fallen right into their footsteps. And so I am very, very excited for you guys to hear more. I don't want to spoil it for you. And so it's my honor and pleasure to introduce you to the founder and CEO of Lubu, Mr. Luca Burato.
Buonasera, everybody. This is me. I mean, it was me. Like many others, I grew up playing, breathing, and eating sports. But early in my career, I started being exposed to several non-contact injuries, like ankle sprains or stress fracture. And every injury, whether small or big, forced me to be unable to play, resulting in high stress, pain, and expensive bills. So I started asking myself, what am I doing wrong? Well, the reality is that I'm not alone. In fact, 25% of all athletes get injured every single year. And in US high school and colleges alone, the cost for treating these injuries is $20 billion annually. And guess what? Half of these could have been prevented. Prevention starts from understanding data. And that's why the sports analytic industry, valued $22 billion in 2022, is anticipated to reach $40 billion by 2026, doubling in only 4 years. Hello everyone, I'm Luca, CEO and founder of Lubu. When I met my co-founder at Venice Running Club in Los Angeles, we realized that in 2023, despite wearable being used daily to monitor health and performance, none of them was still capturing human movement from its fundamental source, our feet. I'm lucky enough to come from a family with 7 decades of experience designing and manufacturing orthopedic products. And having access to a human performance lab when I was 14 was a game changer in reducing injuries and optimizing my performance. And that's exactly what Lubu is bringing to everyone's shoes. A miniaturized human performance lab in the form of a smart orthotic that continuously tracks body movement from its fundamental source. Once the user wears the insoles, the sensor gathers movement parameters from the feet. Those biomarkers are then processed by our AI to identify abnormalities and then translated into recommendations that are easy to understand without needing a PhD. In just 9 months since our inception, we validated the needs for our product with more than 300 athletes, 150 doctors. We built and confirmed the accuracy of our prototype, and now we are filing our first utility patents, starting our design partnership program, closing our pre-seed round, and getting ready for market by summer 2024. We're expanding our current possible collaboration with college sports team, validating a SaaS business model that will lead us to up to $30,000 per team per year, and a total of $2 million in revenue by the end of year 1. We're starting with sports as our launchpad, which will enable us to expand to fitness enthusiasts and later scale to the healthcare industry. As I mentioned before, my name is Luca, serial entrepreneur with a background in orthopedics and supply chain. My co-founder Ahmed, ex-UC Berkeley, is a strong expert in data science. But we are not alone in this. We are supported by a dream team of global experts in medicine, sports science, and entrepreneurship. One more thing, we have 2 more spots left to join our design partnership program. If you know any extraordinary college sports team who want to have early access to our technology, please connect us. Thank you so much for your attention.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Tabus. I'm with 7 years of experience performing due diligence on behalf of venture funds. I'm also a proud member of Brilliantly's board of advisors and an early product adopter. Kristen Carbone has brought to market an incredible and innovative product. It addresses a genuine problem that nearly half of our population experiences weekly, if not daily. Kristen is undoubtedly an A entrepreneur with an A product, and it is my pleasure to introduce this incredible human to you today. Welcome, Kristen, founder of Brilliantly.
Hello, hello. I'm Kristen Carbone, the founder of Brilliantly. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to be here with you guys today. To truly understand the exciting and impactful future of Brilliantly, you first have to understand why it started. This is me and my mom, Lisa. Sadly, Lisa died almost 20 years ago in her 40s from metastatic breast cancer. And because I wanted to spare my own children, who are right out here today, from the same fate of losing their mom too early. It's a devastating loss. I chose an option Lisa didn't have, a preventative mastectomy and reconstruction. And that's really where Brilliantly began. My implants unexpectedly make me feel cold, like my whole body feels cold all the time. And it's a constant, ongoing reminder of my grief and a daily frustration. And when I learned from interviewing hundreds of women in the breast cancer community that this was a common problem without a safe solution, I knew I had to solve it. And so with the help of many incredible people, I did. Meet Brilliantly Warm. It's our app-controlled warming wearable that delivers full-body, natural-feeling warmth at the press of a button. The best part about Brilliantly Warm is that you can be comfortable in any situation, in any outfit, because it slips easily into any bra and is controlled right from your smartphone. With 1 in 8 women in the US getting diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime, and almost 5 million survivors in the US alone, our opportunity to help women feel more comfortable and at home in their body is huge. Of course, they are not the only community of women looking for portable warmth and comfort. And because warming at your core is such an effective way to improve circulation and therefore warm your entire body, it's no wonder that we already have customers from some of these exciting opportunity markets. I have tried many things, and so have the hundreds of women that I've spoken to, from wearing a hot water bottle under my shirt at my desk to wearing hot hands in my bra and getting burned. Brilliantly Warm is the only science-backed personal temperature solution that is invisible under your clothes and safe for all-day wear. It is early days of Brilliantly Warm being on the market, but I'm so proud of our traction to date. That includes selling out completely of our first run of product, getting coverage from HSA, FSA to make it more affordable for those who are struggling, building IP protection, and closing over $1 million in pre-seed funding from mission-aligned investors. But what I'm most proud of is that we have happy customers who represent a massive market opportunity, and that they were willing to share the details of using our product so that we could design an even better second version. We launched direct-to-consumer with great enthusiasm from our online community, and with the launch of our second version next year, we'll continue to leverage social media, influencers, and channel partners to reach a whole new group of customers. We'll also be kicking off partnerships B2B wholesale in the healthcare space with community hubs, service providers, enterprise pharmaceuticals who are already serving the needs of customers who need portable warmth. I have a world-class team of experts helping me realize Brilliantly's biggest vision. They have decades of experience at some of these amazing companies and healthcare institutions. Lastly, I'm so proud to have created something beautiful out of my experience with this terrible disease. Brilliantly is a brand, it's a product, and it's a community of thousands that pays tribute to my mother and what I miss most. It is beautiful, authentic, no bullshit, and above all, warm.
Now, please welcome to the stage the Dean of the School of Health Professions at UNT HSC, Dr. Glenn Forrester.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Welcome to HSC. Isn't this a beautiful event, beautiful evening, beautiful campus? We're happy to host you and happy to host Techstars. As a member of the screening committee for Techstars for the past 2 years, I've had a ton of fun. I've also learned a whole lot, and I think I've learned why Techstars is so successful. I remember our first time last year going to the selection committee meeting thinking, what is this? Is this Shark Tank? Are we supposed to like grill people or shoot down their ideas? That's kind of, I didn't know, right? So one of the first things that happened was Trey sat us down and told us what Techstars was about and how the screening should be different, right? There's a lot of ideas, but I think the magic behind Techstars and behind Trey and the team is that they're positive. They're looking for positivity. They're looking for something special, the special ingredient beyond just the ideas that a company has. So I've learned that Trey has like this special process where he kind of gets at how the relationships are between founders, co-founders, between the individuals who are going to make these ideas come to life. And so I think it's more art than science, but it's clearly working. And it's so exciting and it's so much fun. One of the things I get from the mentors, from hearing from companies from all around the world, is just this intense sense of curiosity and enthusiasm. And at HSC, one of our key values is be curious. Another one of our key values is better together. And another one is show your fire. And I would say that those three values are so evident in this program. As mentors, we make connections. You know, we are better together. So I looked it up, and in my email box this cycle, I had over 150 emails related to Techstars. 40 of those emails directly connected founders to someone else. So sometimes what you do as a mentor is that. You just serve as that connector. So who did I connect the founders to? Well, I connected them to other faculty. I connected them to our librarian. I connected them to other entrepreneurs that I know. I even connected them to my wife. So we just try and find those connections, and the spirit of it is just outstanding. I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the companies that I've been a lead mentor for, and that's Maya AI. So first meeting Maya AI, I learned that Maya speaks 14 languages. And you know, when you think about all the things that the AI technology can do in the healthcare space, you have to start with things that are doable. And one of the things I noticed about the company was that they know how to work with regulations in all these different companies. So we know in healthcare, regulation's heavy. FDA regulations for medical device, for pharmaceutical companies. We know in the education space, there's all kinds of regulations around accreditation. So what we've done in working with Maya is figure out how to train Maya to help us with those regulatory compliance things that kind of can stall our work and deflate our opportunities. So Maya AI is just a tremendous opportunity, not only to help in the healthcare space, but to help in other spaces as well, including HSC, you know, our educational programs as well. So really excited with the partnership that we're doing with them. We were able to link Maya AI with even some of our alumni, and they've closed a deal with one of our alumni who runs a home health agency, working to help schedule home health agency visits and support that community. So really excited to work with them, and we have the opportunity to connect them with other universities as well. I'm so impressed with you all. One of the things I'm most impressed about is the fact that many of the companies are focused on social justice and on helping the underserved, people who don't have the opportunity that many of us have in the healthcare space. So please keep doing what you're doing. We'll be there to support you. I'd like to introduce Cameron Cushman with HSC next.
Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. Hey, Fort Worth, I'm proud of you. You know, this is something that we spent a lot of time working on. We spent a lot of time thinking about. And aren't these companies amazing? Like, they're doing some really incredible, innovative things, and they've been in Fort Worth for the past 3 months, but their job is not done, and our job as the city of Fort Worth is not done either, because starting a company is about the hardest thing that most people will do in their entire lives. And you may not know it because these guys are pros, but they're nervous. They've been working on this for months. They have been excited about this day and dreading this day all at the same time. But I don't know about you guys, but I thought they've killed it so far. So Yes, exactly. Give it up for him. But I'm a huge believer that innovation and entrepreneurship is a team sport. This is not something that you just do on your own. It takes a community of people to wrap their arms around these founders, around these people who have left jobs, families, homes, apartments, dogs and cats to come to Fort Worth and try to build their companies. And it takes a village to help them along their path. These problems that they're solving are real. This isn't just something that we're trying to invent the next cool, tech app and Facebook and Twitter so we can just waste a lot of time. These founders are solving problems that are going to change people's lives and save lives. And so it's incumbent upon us as the city, as Fort Worth, to really find ways to help them. So what I want to implore to this audience is get to know these people. They've been in Fort Worth. They've been here driving on the same roads we drive on, eating in the same restaurants we've been eating in, but they're about to go off and to their next steps. And don't let them leave without Fort Worth wrapping their arms around them, finding ways to help. Maybe that is as simple as a connection. It's an email to connection to somebody. It's finding that next university that we can connect them to. If you've got some means, invest in one of these companies because they are doing things that are really going to change the world. And it's been such a privilege to have them here in Fort Worth. I just want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Rob McLean, Dr. Brian Gladu, Dr. Trent Adams, and all the other folks here at HSC who have allowed us to bring this program to fruition, and then everybody else at HSC who's jumped in and helped in so many different ways. So thank you, Fort Worth. Thank you for showing up. And I can't wait to see the next companies that you're about to see. So thank you guys for being so supportive. Thanks to Trey and Jordan and everybody else on the Techstars team. Y'all have been incredible to work with. I can't imagine a better team to just take this program and really run with it. So you guys have done an awesome job. And I'm really sad that this is coming to an end. I can't believe it's been 3 months, but it has. All right, thank you guys again. Glenn, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Thanks, everybody.
All right, I think I already talked a little bit about my AI, so I don't want to keep talking. I'll let them talk. It's my pleasure to introduce one of the co-founders, one of the Ramphal brothers, Sat Ramphal.
Thank you so much, Glenn. Hey everyone, my name is Sat Ramphal, CEO of My AI. Did you know that today there is so much data in the world, but 30% of all of that data just belongs to the healthcare industry, and it's doubling each and every year. Well, today, all of that tools just aggregate that data. Let me take you on a journey of data. Data is created, it's generated, it's aggregated. Insights are built on that data, and those insights are shared downstream to the right workflow. But that data is changing so quickly that humans cannot keep up with it. And they're building inaccurate insights or outdated insights. And what does that lead to? That leads to inaccurate workflows, delayed workflows, and expensive workflows downstream. It's a $750 billion problem and is growing like wildfire in the pharmaceutical space. And I want to introduce you to a next-gen AI, and her name is Maya. And what Maya could do really, really well is two things. She can build actionable insights on raw data incredibly fast while maintaining a high accuracy. Then take those actionable insights and share it downstream to the right person at the right time as part of that workflow. We are already working with some of the largest enterprise companies in the entire world and closing deals right here in Texas. We are already reaching our revenue goals and hitting a 98.9% mind-blowing accuracy. And we are already seeing growth expansion outside of the pharmaceutical space, inside of med device and digital health over the next year. And why is that? It's because we have a better and different approach to AI. We do not require private data in order to train our AI system for it to get smarter. All we require is examples of success, examples of the enterprise's workflow that gets trained into Maya, and then you get notified when a new workflow is getting created. We are already working with one of the largest cancer centers in all of Asia. What did we help them do? We helped them curate their clinical notes, create the FDA application, and help them take the treatment to market incredibly fast. Well, we did that so well that they increased their contract with us from $75,000 to $750,000 in just under 10 months. And it was because we were able to reduce hundreds of hours on data curation, insights, and execution. And that cancer center was able to treat hundreds of patients in a short period of time. And that is just our go-to-market strategy, to have such a valuable and compelling product that scales within the organization. It yields a high opportunity of success for Maya AI. And we are already outpacing our competitors in the market. They are benchmarking at an 80% score or lower, while we are hitting a 98.9% score. Where it's costing them millions of dollars to train these AI systems, it's costing us thousands of dollars. Imagine that. And the reason why we could do that is because of a team of Avengers that we put into place. We are 3 brothers at the very top who have co-founded this company, and we have put together a leadership team that has had 3 exits and about 20 years of experience in the healthcare and AI space. We would love to chat with more data science experts and regulatory experts. And just remember, Maya means me and you always. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vadim Gordon, and I'm the lead mentor for ComeBack Mobility. To succeed in rehab, teams need to simultaneously execute on 3 goals. First, create a device that patients will actually care about and use. Second, offer value that providers will actually prioritize and refer patients to. And third, save payers enough money on a population basis to drive both substantive distribution and revenue for the payer and the startup. In the several months that I've worked with EDI and Lisa, they've not only put ComeBack Mobility on track to executing on all 3 of those goals, but they've also shown themselves to be persistent, coachable, and resilient founders. This team will succeed by sheer force of will. I'm honored to have had the chance to work with ComeBack Mobility and the other Fort Worth Techstars teams this cycle, and to have been asked by EDI and Lisa to introduce them today. And so with all that being said, please join me in a round of applause and welcoming EDI to the stage.
Step on the foot harder. Step on the foot softer. Step on the foot harder. Step on the...
Recommendations for post-surgical care are still the same, like 60 years ago. And now, a revolutionary product has come along to change the standards of treatment. Вітаю! My name is Ilya. I'm the CEO and founder of ComeBack Mobility. When I sold my previous startup and became a fighter, I've got injured, spent 6 months in rehabilitation, and came up with a new medical device solution. Each year, 100,000 fractures in the US lead to incomplete bone healing, costing nearly $44,000 per patient. If your bone doesn't heal, it has to be broken again, and you will need an additional operation. And those problems are $13 billion loss for insurance companies. Doctors are afraid to overload a post-surgical leg because mechanical instability leads to internal fixation failure. But a major risk of incomplete bone healing is delayed loading. So doctors prioritize implant safety over recovery, prescribing 6 to 12 weeks, do not step on your injured leg. And now, thanks to our FDA-cleared Smart Crutch tips, patients can finally start loading their legs earlier without risk of damaging implants and expedite recovery by 10 weeks. We expect to obtain the device rent reimbursement of 25% from the money we will save to payers. Competition is weight sensors embedded to insoles or sandals. Our solution is better because it's reusable and much cheaper to produce. The product is complete and registered with FDA and CMS, FCC, HIPAA, quality management system, validation and satisfaction studies have been successfully done. Also, we have 2 issued and 3 pending patents. According to FDA, it takes 7 years to develop and bring to the market a new medical device. And we have done it within 3 years and less than $2 million. It is already in use in level 1 trauma hospitals, and we are in conversation with the payers regarding pilot projects. Experience of our management team covers the entire spectrum of functions related to software, hardware, and medical device business. That's why our investors and mentors from top-level hospitals are confident in our success. You might be asking yourself, wouldn't it be great if this guy had actual scientific evidence to prove the claims he made? Well, you are in luck. I'm happy to present it by your request. Thank you.
Step on the foot harder. Step on the foot harder. Step on the foot harder.
Man, you guys. Oh, you don't have to stand up, please, please, not for me. This is an impressive group tonight. You guys are impressive. I met all these companies at the top of the program 3 months ago, and it was hard to pick 1 out of 10 that I could mentor. I really was challenged. The one I chose was interesting because not only does she have an engineering degree, so she understands the tech, but she also has a master's degree, so you can't bullshit her about the business. I challenged her in a lot of things, and she listened to what I told her. She also pushed back a little bit, which is grit, and you need that in a startup. I've started 3 of my own, and I've sold 2 companies. One thing I know is if you can pitch, you can raise money. If you can't execute, you can't exit. Remember that. I'm proud tonight to introduce the founding CEO of Pulse Charter Connect, Miss Laura Epstein. Give it up for her.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura Epstein and I am the founder and CEO of Pulse Charter Connect, and we are optimizing the efficiency of medical transportation to save lives. More specifically, we are focused on the 10,000 organs a year that cannot be transported due to logistical errors. And this is when time is of the utmost essence and every minute is critical. What the system looks like today is $2 billion are spent annually on transporting organs from donor to recipient. And when a transplant coordinator is following the process shown here below of calling an intermediary and then charter companies in sequence, they're wasting over 6 critical hours. And that's where we come in. Pulse Charter Connect offers a digital scheduling solution with 24/7 access, real-time data, and actionable insights that set us apart from the traditional brokers on the market. We act as a concierge service that sits between the transplant center and the transportation fleet. In our dry runs with various transplant centers, we've seen a 66% time savings, cutting down the time from 6 hours to 2, an 80% effort reduction on behalf of clinical staff, and a 20% cost savings by nature of our competitive marketplace matched with our digitized system. The team is myself, a former rocket scientist and pilot turned Chicago Booth MBA, and I'm supplemented with a pilot who's currently flying these missions today and a variation of operational experts. We also have transplant industry-leading thought leaders from a variety of the top 25 hospitals shown here. We sit within the $2 billion organ transport market, which is expected to double within the next 5 years. And from there, we'll use our pre-existing contractual relationships with both these hospitals as well as the transportation providers to penetrate the $88 billion medical transport market. We also have regulatory tailwinds acting in our favor that are moving more organs further than ever before. And for that side, we are under NDA with 3 critical federal systems integrators, Guidehouse, Accenture, and Leidos. Our business model works as follows. The transplant center contacts with us for the coordination of transport. Next, they pay us before they are then reimbursed by insurance. We also have a recurring revenue stream from the subscription fees for everybody to benefit from the use of our platform. Our traction to date is we have closed a top 10 hospital, the University of Chicago Transplant Center. We've onboarded 120 aircraft onto the platform and 3,500 vehicles nationwide. In terms of 2024, since starting Techstars, we've signed 5 LOIs with various transplant stakeholders, and we're in deep conversation with 10 transplant centers, 100 charter operators, totaling over 1,000 transplants per year. Today, I'm looking for strategic introductions to transplant centers, as well as transportation and logistics experts to save countless lives. Thank you.
Hey there, I'm Dr. Lyra Olson, and I'm a physician scientist who runs 0-to-1 operations for healthcare and biotech companies at Atomic VC. We're in the midst of a global epidemic of obesity and metabolic disease, and I believe that food is the most powerful tool we have to combat this. This is why I was so excited to become a lead mentor for Somos, who's building a tech-enabled metabolic health platform that helps people understand in real time how the food they eat impacts their health. What most impresses me about this team is the scope of their vision. The product you're going to hear about today is just a wedge into them revolutionizing the ownership and utilization of healthcare data in Mexico. Please join me in welcoming the Somos team to the stage.
Ten years ago, I received a call that no one wants to receive. My dad, he was on his way to the hospital having a heart attack. Thankfully, he did not die. But I became obsessed about finding out what had happened. And this is something that got me hooked. 70% of heart-related deaths are preventable. That's 70%. And now, how do you prevent them? Well, you prevent them by changing your habits. How do you change your habits? You change your habits by being accountable. That's why we're building Somos, your health accountability dashboard. We hold users accountable for changing their habits, and the way we do it is by connecting sensors, wearables, and lab tests into one single app. Let me show you an example of how it works. This is a CGM. It's a continuous glucose monitor. It helps me find out how my body reacts to what I eat. So let's say I have an orange juice for breakfast every morning. I drink it, I check my app, and I see how my glucose spikes. When I see that, then I stop drinking that orange juice every morning. And that's not just me saying it. 90% of our users change one major eating habit within the first week. That's 90%, almost everyone. First week. But we're focusing first in Mexico, where diabetes is out of control. Diabetes in Mexico and Latin America is #1 cause mortality. It is a very, very serious epidemic. We have 2 revenue streams. One is a digital-only subscription, and the other one is an intensive boot camp. Basically, the digital-only, it's a low-touch solution, and the boot camp is high-touch, where we include one-on-one consultations, every sensor that you need, and we guaranteed results. With 120 middle and upper-class Latin Americans with diabetes or pre-diabetes, this is a $4.8 billion market opportunity in Mexico alone, and a $20 billion opportunity in Latin America. And we won't stop there. There's other verticals where our solution really helps, like high-risk pregnancies, elderly individuals and their caregivers, and mental health. We're an experienced and passionate team that will make this happen. Antonio, he's a second-time founder and full-stack developer. Christina, she founded her previous company called Conecta, that is basically the Mexican PayPal and processes billions of dollars a year. And I'm Federico. I'm a serial entrepreneur with 3 exits. We're ready to scale. We launched a few months ago, and now we have 160 paying users, 5,000 people on our wait list, and $2.5 million raised. If you're interested in joining us fighting this silent epidemic that might be not so silent, please come meet us after the pitch. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Kevin King, and I'm on the startup BD team at AWS. I meet hundreds of companies a year, and every once in a while, there's a founder that immediately jumps out the first time you meet them. And that's exactly what happened here. This woman's passion, mission, and holistic approach to menstrual health is incredible. I left the meeting thinking, has the rest of the world been playing checkers while she's been playing 4-dimensional chess? The products and services she's bringing to market are going to transform the lives of the people that you love, whether it's your spouse, your sister, or even your daughter. I can't wait for you to hear more about her strategy and vision. It is an incredible honor and true pleasure to be inviting to the stage Miller Morris, the CEO and founder of Comma.
I think we all deserve walk-up music, and everything that we do. That is so much fun. Thank you all for being here. I'm Miller. I'm the founder and CEO at Comma, and we are revolutionizing women's health by harnessing the power of periods. I've worked in reproductive health my entire professional career, everywhere from Geneva, Switzerland to Limpopo, South Africa. And just as important, I've had a period since 2008. So I know that there's nothing being done in this space that couldn't be done a whole lot better. Period care is woefully outdated and largely designed without women's input in mind. Cycle trackers function more like calendars, and they lack actionable data. And worse, those data are being bought and sold as commodities, rather than treated as protected healthcare information. In the product space, well, tampon was patented in 1970 by a man, and who's yikes. I've seen very little innovation since. And even though 88% of American menstruators use plastic applicator tampons, they're totally out of step with our sustainability goals, with each one taking about 1,000 years to biodegrade in a landfill. And nobody's marrying tech and product together, which leaves a total blue ocean in the menstrual health diagnostic space. Luckily, the market is moving. Customers demand change in the period care industry. They're defecting from legacy brands and looking for products that are more environmentally and socially responsible. And period data is sensitive, it's intimate, it's medical information, and so it's no surprise that during customer discovery, 92% of women said that it should absolutely be protected under HIPAA. And even though women's health is largely moving towards integrated wraparound solutions, there are none in menstrual health, until us. We're building something better, period. The foundation of our business starts with Sarah, the secure application for reproductive autonomy. Sarah is the first and only HIPAA-compliant period tracking app in the market. Sarah illuminates patterns and issues of concern in your data and then links you with providers who can help. Named after my beloved sister, Sarah is my promise to you that we will never, ever sell your data. And in the product space, well, our patent-pending bioapplicator decomposes in just 17 weeks, as opposed to 1,000 years. And we'll sell them to our customers in a hyper-customizable, sustainable, direct-to-consumer subscription service with huge opportunities for wholesale. And we'll combine tech and product through our send-back service for diagnostics. Imagine a day in which this discarded endometrial tissue from menstrual blood is just as powerful of a diagnostic tool as is a pap smear, all while using trash that would otherwise have gone into a landfill. What Fitbit did for fitness, and Noom did for nutrition, and Everlywell did for the microbiome, Comma will do for reproductive health. And our integrated solutions mean that we intersect several attractive and high-growth markets. And our diverse revenue streams, from product sales to software, IP licensing, and diagnostics, mean that we can really innovate in menstrual health and then think bigger. Most importantly, though, this connectivity is what our community wants. When customers feel safe, seen, and involved in our innovation, we create something that is more than a business. Comma is bigger than the sum of its parts. Our team has been working so hard to get Sarah in your hands in the coming weeks, and we've got really big things to come in 2024. We always say that a period shouldn't be a hard stop, and comma allows us to redirect the narrative. So we invite you to take control over your data, over your body, over your health, and we hope you'll join us. Thank you.
Almost. Thank you. All right. Hey, did I disappoint? These people are amazing. Let's hear it one more time for our founders. You guys really all did an amazing job. I always tell them this, but I think this is clear tonight. You are clearly the best class in all of Techstars for 2023. Before we end the night, I want to bring out somebody who has just been an amazing support for us, an amazing leader for the city of Fort Worth, and someone who's not only passionate about this topic, but really understands it. So you guys please stand up and help welcome to the stage Mayor Maddie Parker.
So my job is honestly one of the easiest in the country because I'm selling the city of Fort Worth. And this initiative, working with Techstars, and why each of you are here tonight, is a big reason why it's been so easy. I was elected in June of 2021, and instantly I knew one initiative I really wanted to focus on is making sure the city of Fort Worth became synonymous with cities like Kansas City, New York, Miami, San Francisco, to be the #1 place for entrepreneurs in the country. The other fortunate part about this is we were all coming out of COVID. And as difficult as COVID was for all of us, we also understood that people were moving with their feet. They wanted to be in places with a high quality of life to start their businesses and raise their families. And quite frankly, there's no better place than the city of Fort Worth. I don't have to sell this audience on that vision. The city of Fort Worth is now the 12th largest city in the country, the fastest growing by every single metric, and we're winning for a variety of reasons. But for a very long time, the city of cowboys and culture was missing something. And I think it was missing each of you and these amazing founders that you've heard from this evening. We wouldn't be here tonight without some really impressive people that helped make this possible. Number one, I'll thank the UNT Health Science Center for making the facilitation of tonight, of course, but also being a partner in this work. So thank you to Dr. Sylvia Trent Adams and your entire team for making that possible. We also would not be here without John Goff and the Goff Family Office for investing in bringing Techstars to Fort Worth. I don't know if John was here or not. He is a serial entrepreneur that continues to give back to this amazing city and just built a badass hotel and office development with a stone's throw of here. So good, big round of applause for John. And the other thing that was made possible for this work were ARPA dollars. So as cities scrambled across the country and counties with what to do with their funds from the federal government, the city of Fort Worth was incredibly smart and introspective about what the future of the city would look like coming out post-COVID. And one thing we wanted to know is build a foundation for a city that looked different for all the right reasons. We took seed money from ARPA and partnered with Tarrant County to make this facilitation of this gift possible. We know the ROI is huge. It is putting the city of Fort Worth on the map for a variety of reasons. Sitting here tonight and getting to hear the pitches I'd get to hear, I'm reminded why we do this work in the first place. And when you have people like Cameron Cushman and Trey Bowles pushing you to be better, this is what the city is all about. I will not be mayor forever, but the tenure that I'm here, as hard as this job is, you make it worth it. Because the innovators across the globe deserve a city that invests in them also. They deserve a place that wants them to grow your business. So for the founders in the room, don't forget, who put you on the map with Techstars in the city of Fort Worth. And I mean that candidly. You could choose, with all of your innovation and intelligence and networks and fund, to go anywhere in the world. But there's no better place than here in the city of Fort Worth. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here tonight, to listen to the amazing, amazing work of these founders that have poured their heart, their soul, their tears, and their sweat into their businesses. How great will it be when we know they were founded right here in success in the city of Fort Worth. God bless. Thank you so much. On stage, he's got an important job to do. How about his green velvet jacket, y'all? Look at that. It's velvet.
Thank you, Mayor.
Welcome.
Thank you for making it a priority to be here tonight. So before we leave, I have some people that I'd like to thank. As you've heard many people tonight say, building an ecosystem takes everyone. It takes a bunch of different key stakeholders that make an ecosystem grow. And yes, we need entrepreneurs, and yes, we need investors, but we also need mentors. We need cities. We need chambers of commerce. We need academic institutions. It takes all types to do it. And Fort Worth is such an amazing example of that happening, and everybody's proactively getting engaged. So I'd like to first start by thanking the partners in the program. Mayor Maddie already did that, so I won't spend too much time, but I do want us to thank the city of Fort Worth and Tarrant County, UNT Health Science Center, John Golf, and Golf Capital are here before. It is such a unique mixture of how this program came together and the different players that truly represent what an ecosystem can and should look like. I also want to take a second to thank our global network partners at Techstars. They engage along the process with us. They come in, they meet with the companies, they give deals and benefits and really help, not only help them with access to their solutions, their products and services, but they also, a lot of times, like Kevin King you saw earlier, was an entrepreneur before, and he's out there helping them solve their problems, introducing them to people inside their organizations and out. So thanks to all of our global network partners for Techstars. It's exciting to have you there. I also want to thank the mentors. I always say, I think the most interesting and valuable thing about Techstars is the mentor network. That is the differentiator. It is the fact that we have tens and tens and tens of thousands of people, subject matter experts like yourself, all over the world willing to come in and use that give first mentality to support for free these entrepreneurs. And if any of you have done that, you know how rewarding that is. And so if you are a mentor, thank you so much for what you're doing. Let's hear it for them, yes. Oftentimes, we can't do this without our sponsors, and so we are so grateful to partner with some of the same companies we did last year and then some new ones too. We specifically got to work with THR, Texas Health Harris Medical Hospital. We got to film our little doctor section out there at Clear Fork. So thank you to Dr. Ajith Pai for that. We also want to thank sponsors ThoroughPass and Tax Taker, who come alongside entrepreneurs and help them be successful. And we also want to thank the DEC and Create Fort Worth for being our venture sponsor and for the House of Techstars in Fort Worth. I now want to thank the team that makes this possible. First, to all the volunteers. If you volunteered tonight, I want to say thank you. John Golf earlier mentioned it, but these things can't happen without people selflessly giving, sitting behind the scenes and making stuff like this work. I want to thank our ops team, Angela Gonzaga, Jack Hutchins. Thanks for all you've done. We've had 3 amazing entrepreneurs and residents, Dr. Richard Minasi, Demi Radiva, Mike Lingle, and then last and certainly not least, I want to thank Jordan Warnament, who is our program manager. This program would not work without her. Most of you have interacted with her in some place. She not only is unbelievable at what she does, but she loves the city of Fort Worth. She has been such an amazing asset to our program and such an amazing asset to Fort Worth itself, and did a great job tonight introducing the show. Thank you, Jordan, for all that you do. All right. So we also took him to Billy Bob's, as you can tell. You can't see the bowl, but we are on a bowl right there, all of us sit in, and got to watch the bull riding, got to participate in the line dancing, got to see Stoney LaRue in concert. It was just one of the many things that we got to do together as a group. And although Glams couldn't be with us there that night, we were really hoping that she could make it in. So lastly, now we're getting to the next part of the evening, which is the after party. Who's ready for an after party, y'all? After 3 months of no sleep and all work, we're gonna go to Second Rodeo Brewing down in the Stockyards, the Stockyards has become one of our favorite places now, since they've been in town. So come down, present your demo day tag. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be staying around here. Immediately after this, I need all of the founders to the stage for a picture. And if Mayor Maddie and Dr. Trent Adams would come down here, we wanna get a picture with you guys too. And then they'll be out there. They all gave you asks tonight. So my last thing I will say is, if you heard an ask that you can help with, an introduction you can make, a check that you can write, anything that you can do, please find them, let them know you can do. They will follow up with you more than you know, and we will be able to move this forward. Thanks again for y'all being here tonight. Appreciate everybody. Y'all have a great holiday season, and we'll see you soon. Sounders.